If you want to know the best crime movies, you should definitely watch our picks for the best ones of the 1980s.
Hey, you want to see crazy? I'll tell you. Now that's a real badge. I'm a real cop, and this is a real fucking gun.
We hope you will enjoy the following ranking. Please let us know your favorite in the comments, and make sure to subscribe to never miss a good movie again.
Number 10. A Fish Called Wanda.
Don't ever call me stupid. And I'm not jealous.
Then leave.
Okay. A nice place.
A Fish Called Wanda is a 1988 heist comedy film directed by Charles Crichton and stars John Cleese, Jamie Lee Curtis, Kevin Kline, and Michael Palin. An ambitious and sexy con artist uses every tool in her power to obtain a fortune in expensive jewels stolen by her mobster lover. In this dark but brainy and hilarious comedic roller coaster of absurd events, she finds herself in love with one of her lover's partners, tangled up between a deadly henchman and his attorney.
Who is this?
Don't you know?
How do you do, Mrs. Leach? I'm Harvey Manfred Johnson. I'm with the CIA.
CIA?
That's correct, ma'am.
Number 9. Midnight Run.
Well, why would you do something that you know that's not good for you?
Because I don't think about it.
Well, that's living in denial.
Living in denial?
Yeah.
Midnight Run is a 1988 buddy cop film directed by Martin Brest and stars Robert De Niro and Charles Grodin. This slam-bang action-filled joyride features the brilliant chemistry between a ruthless bounty hunter and the embezzler Jonathan, who he is on his mission to bring in. Thinking that the trip between LA and New York will be uneventful, he finds himself shocked when powerful mob bosses are on his tracks and haunt him on his mission.
So you're aware of all your behavior, yet you continue to do things that aren't good for you. That sounds sort of foolish, don't you think so, Jack?
No. Stealing $15 million from Jimmy Serrano sounds foolish.
Number 8. Blood Simple.
In Greece, they would cut off the head of the messenger that brought the bad news.
Blood Simple is a 1984 neo-noir crime film written and directed by Joel and Ethan Coen and stars John Getz, Frances McDormand, and Dan Hedaya. Shockingly violent but funny in equal measure comes the iconic movie that made the Coen brothers two of the most iconic directors. We follow Vizier, an unscrupulous private eye who is hired by a Texas bar owner to murder his unfaithful wife and her lover. But everything spirals out of control when all plans go wrong and more murders happen.
I know where you can get those frames.
Why'd you take these?
What do you mean? Just doing my job?
You called me, I knew they were there. Why'd you take them?
Well, I don't know. Call it a fringe benefit.
Number 7. Lethal Weapon.
Get in here!
Lethal Weapon is a 1987 buddy cop action film directed by Richard Donner and stars Mel Gibson, Danny Glover, and Gary Busey. Launching the career of director and writer Shane Black, this hilarious yet ultra-violent thrill ride features a brilliant cop chemistry. On the one side is a depressed cop with a death wish and the audacity to be a hurricane. And on the other side is a conservative family man who just wants a quiet job. A mixture that won't go without the most absurd problems.
You want to kill yourself? Oh, for Christ. Shut up! Yes or no? You want to die? Yes or no? I got the job done. What the hell do you want? Didn't answer the question. Oh, what do you want to hear, man? Do you want to hear that sometimes I think about eating a bullet? Huh?
Number 6. The Naked Gun from the Files of Police Squad.
I don't know. My memory ain't so great.
Oh, yeah? Maybe this'll refresh your memory.
I don't know, it's still kind of hazy.
How about this?
The Naked Gun is a 1988 American crime comedy film directed by David Zucker and stars Leslie Nielsen, Priscilla Presley, Ricardo Montalban, and George Kennedy. This hilarious and through iconic crime comedy follows a police detective whose partner is filled with holes by a drug gang. Now searching for the mystery behind it all, he finds himself not able to prove a thing. Bumped from the force of mayor, he is now on his own terms, trying to solve the case of a lifetime.
Yeah, I remember him. I used to see him around. Why do you want to know?
I can't tell you that.
Well, maybe this'll help.
I really don't think I should.
Yeah, you still don't think so?
All right, his name is Nordberg. He's a cop.
Number 5. The Cook, the Thief, His Wife, and Her Lover.
You are insulting the chef. Reading gives you indigestion. Didn't you know that?
The Cook, the Thief, His Wife, and Her Lover is a 1989 crime drama film written and directed by Peter Greenaway and stars Richard Bowinger, Michael Gambon, Helen Mirren, and Alan Howard. This original, shocking, intense, and powerful crime drama follows the wife of a violent gang leader who every day enjoys life in a fancy French restaurant. Tired of her sadistic husband, she finds herself a lover in the restaurant's coziest places. With the silent permission of the chef, an intense hidden relationship begins, where anything can break hell in seconds.
Now, I reckon you read because you've got nobody to talk to. I'll tell you what, just so you shouldn't eat alone, why don't you come and join us? Come and meet my wife. She's seen you. I know she's sorry for you sitting here all alone.
Number 4. Mississippi Burning.
You got about 2 seconds to get the sheriff out of here. I want to kick the goddamn door in. Okay?
Mississippi Burning is a 1988 biographical crime thriller film directed by Alan Parker and stars Gene Hackman and Willem Dafoe. This thriller is not only hard-hitting, but incredibly meaningful. It dramatizes the Ku Klux Klan's murder of 3 civil rights activists in the 60s. Now the FBI and other parties do anything in their power, and anything beyond moral lines, to solve the case and find the brutal murderers, who have a higher reputation than they thought.
We think it might be a little more serious than missing persons.
I don't think so, boy. In fact, you know what I think it is? It's a publicity stunt cooked up by that Martin Luther King fella. Come on.
Number 3. The Untouchables.
I grew up in a tough neighborhood. And we used to say you can get further with a kind word and a gun than you can with just a kind word.
Released in 1987, The Untouchables is based on a book of the same name. It is one of the rare movies in which Robert De Niro and Sean Connery appear together. Other main leads include Kevin Costner, Charles Martin Smith, and Andy Garcia. The movie is about the federal agent Elliot Ness, who sets out to stop the ruthless Chicago gangster Al Capone during the era of Prohibition of United States. Directed by Brian De Palma, The Untouchables is considered to be one of the best crime movies of all time.
I want to get Capone. I don't know how to get him. Want to get Capone? Here's how you get him. He pulls a knife, you pull a gun. He sends one of yours to the hospital, you send one of his to the morgue. That's the Chicago way. And that's how you get Capone.
Number 2. Scarface.
They tell you all the time what to do, what to think, what to feel. Do you want to be like a cheap? Like all those other people, man?
Scarface follows the story of Tony Montana, a Cuban immigrant who comes to Miami with nothing, but ultimately rises to become the powerful owner of a drug cartel. However, Tony's greed brings his whole life crumbling down as he becomes a target in the gangster world. Directed by Brian De Palma, the crime drama film was released in 1983 and stars Al Pacino in the lead role with Michelle Pfeiffer and Stephen Bauer in supporting roles.
You want a job, Ernie? Sure, Tony. Okay, then you call me tomorrow.
Hey, man, you got a job, huh?
Hey, Tony. Thanks.
Before we unveil movie number 1, here are a few honorable mentions.
Drop it! Dead or alive, you are coming with me. I know you.
Greed, for lack of a better word, is good. Greed is right. Greed works. Greed clarifies, cuts through, and captures the essence of the evolutionary spirit.
Aw. You're making a mistake.
Hey, hey, hey.
Boo.
Number 1. Once Upon a Time in America.
Hey, go fuck yourself. Mind your own business.
We do our fucking business together, and fucking broads do not get in the way, and you know it.
The film tells the story of 2 Jewish best friends, David Aronson and Maximilian Berkovich, who rise in ranks as gangsters in the organized crime world of New York City. Regarded as one of the best gangster movies of all time, Once Upon a Time in America is a cinematic masterpiece. The 1984 film stars Robert De Niro and James Woods in lead roles. The essence of the story is beautifully captured by director Sergio Leone.
You're forgetting about one thing.
What's that?
I don't give a fuck about her.
Max.
Shut up!
Maxie.
Shut up! Shh.
Hey, Maxie, tell me something. What are you going to spend your honeymoon on? A cat house?
Maxie,
Shut the fuck up! Shut up! Just shut up!
Do you agree with our list? Please let us know in the comments. If you want to know more about a particular movie in this list, you can check out our links in the video description. And for more top 10 movie videos, be sure to subscribe to communiTV.